Welcome to Flashreel number 3 of July 18th, 2014, where we discuss the most important video game news, rumors, events, and leaks of the past week. Neversoft, best known for the Tony Hawk Pro Skater series and the later installments of the Guitar Hero franchise, closed its studio this week as part of a merger with Call of Duty developer Infinity Ward. To commemorate the merger, the employees fired flaming arrows into its iconic skewered eye logo. Neversoft co-founder Joel Jewett gave employees a Neversoft-branded knife as a farewell gift as well. Activision announced in May it was set to retire Neversoft by merging its staff with Infinity Ward, and Activision CEO Eric Hirshberg said at the time in a company memo that the merger could lead to a, quote, super studio within Activision. Hirshberg commented that since Neversoft and Infinity Ward already teamed up for the development of Call of Duty Ghosts, it became clear that both studios had very complementary skill sets which would benefit the design process. Over the years, Pokémon has become a household name and a cultural icon for Japan, while remaining one of Nintendo's most beloved series. But how much does the Pokémon company really make? This week, License Global, the largest licensing industry magazine, disclosed that the Pokémon brand rakes in $1.5 billion in revenue each year. The publication ranked Pokémon 40th on their annual Global Top 150 licensors list, putting it ahead of names like Activision, LEGO, NASCAR, and Sony Pictures, while the top spot was held, as always, by Disney. Currently, Pokémon is also listed as the 4th top licensed character in Japan, placing it directly behind Hello Kitty. Considering the upcoming launch of the online Pokémon Center store in the US, the Pokémon brand shows no signs of slowing down, as Nintendo said they want to do more licensing with their character IP brands in the future. It's already known that the first step in this direction will be Amiibo, Nintendo's NFC-enabled figurines, which will be compatible with Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart 8. It seems Nintendo is willing to branch out the licensing deals beyond traditional video games with the online Pokémon Center, or even the Pokémon Symphonic Evolutions concert. Perhaps we can expect more licensing deals with prolific Nintendo characters in the future as Nintendo returns to its toy company roots. As a follow-up to Flashreel number 1, news around Crytek. The Homefront sequel, Homefront: The Revolution, seems to be in serious trouble this week. We have previously reported on alleged problems at Crytek, with the staff leaving the studio, the Rise sequel being cancelled, and CryEngine not selling as expected. Now, another problem seems to plague Crytek as, according to Kotaku, Homefront: The Revolution's director Hazit Zala has resigned from his role, and development manager Ben Harris left the studio this month as well. This is supported by Harris's LinkedIn profile, which lists the role as past work experience. It certainly seems the company is mortally wounded and bleeding talent. Whatever the reasons, it certainly isn't a good time to be a Crytek employee. The International Dota 2 tournament is down to the final 8 teams, which will each battle this weekend for the $5 million first prize. On Monday, the playoff phase of the tournament ended, with 8 teams qualifying for the championship's conclusion at the Key Arena in Seattle. In the upper bracket are VC, Newbie, Evil Geniuses, and Team DK, while Cloud9, 2011 champions Natus Vincere, 2012 winners Invictus Gaming, and LGD Gaming find themselves in the lower bracket. So far, and unsurprisingly analogous to last weekend's EVO tournament, the International has seen a number of high-profile eliminations. Last year's winners, Alliance, were eliminated at the group stage in a disappointing 12th place, and direct invite teams like Titan, Fnatic, and Team Empire have failed to make the top 8. On Friday, we will see VC, Newbie, Evil Geniuses, and Team DK fighting their way up the upper bracket. Saturday brings us the matches of Cloud9, Navi, Invictus Gaming, and LGD Gaming, of which one team will qualify for the Grand Finals. The International Grand Final will be played on Monday, July 21st, and interested viewers can catch up on previous matches at the International website linked in the description. But besides the International, there's also QuakeCon, ZeniMax's yearly convention honoring id's Quake franchise. This year, however, QuakeCon also features other ZeniMax IPs, like The Elder Scrolls Online and a closed-door sneak peek of the next Doom game. Known for years of speculation as Doom 4, but only called Doom in the teaser trailer which Bethesda released during E3 2014, id Software's live preview will only be available to attendees, Bethesda Softworks wrote on the company's blog. Bethesda further explained that they will have more public information and materials at a later date, but wanted to do something exclusive and special for their supporters. Polygon also reports that the presentation will not be live-streamed, and that QuakeCon is the only place to check out the new Doom. QuakeCon 2014 runs from July 17th to the 20th at the Hilton Anatole in Dallas, featuring an innumerable host of activities from tournaments to technology presentations. Interested viewers can check out the schedule in the link in the description below. In April of 2012, the Yogscast launched a Kickstarter to fund the development of an open-world sandbox adventure game titled Yogventures. Project funding was completed in May of 2012, with the total reaching $567,665, over twice the funding goal. Though influenced by the Yogscast, the actual game development was being done by Wintercool Games, and Yogventures was set to be their first game. Yogventures has now been cancelled, and an email from Lewis Brindley was sent to backers to explain the situation. In it, Lewis says the cancellation is a good thing, as the project was proving too ambitious and difficult for them to complete with their 6-man team. The email goes on to say that, although we're under no obligation to do anything, instead we're going to do our best to make this right. It further explains that backers will receive a Steam key for the early access version of Tug, a similar open-world sandbox game being developed by Nerd Kingdom, who had their own Kickstarter in May of 2013 and received $293,184 for their project. They also seek to provide backers of Yogventures with similar in-game rewards for each Kickstarter tier where possible. In a statement to Eurogamer, Yogscast states that they have organized for Nerd Kingdom to have the source code, assets, and designs of Yogventures to ensure we're making best use of Wintercool's work. Yogventures is yet another example of a Kickstarter project with goals that are simultaneously too lofty and too undefined to fit within their own budget, quality, and time constraints. Gather Your Party would like to remind everyone to use caution before backing a Kickstarter project by a development team with little to no experience in finished and published games. The safest route, as always, is to wait for a game's release and buy it if they meet your expectations. This is it for Flashreel this week. Subscribe to our channel for more news, reviews, and editorials, or follow us on Twitter to get the latest updates.
This is The Enemy. Buy console war bonds and blow off some steam.